I didn't restock the pantry at my mother's house after her homemaid told me she's been reselling the groceries I buy. My mom is 68 and lives alone in the house I grew up in, about 45 minutes from me. She had a minor stroke 2 years ago, nothing catastrophic, but enough that she can't drive anymore and gets worn out easily. So my brother Marcus and I put a system together. I come on Thursdays and do the grocery run. Marcus covers her bills and prescription pickups. Between us, we've got it handled, and I genuinely didn't mind it. She's my mom. Thursday just became my thing. I've been doing the grocery run for almost 2 years. Every Thursday, same routine. I'd pull up around noon, bring in 3 or 4 bags, and put everything away while she sat at the kitchen table telling me I was doing it wrong. Wrong shelf, wrong brand, how I always forget she doesn't like the low sodium crackers. I'd nod and adjust. A few months ago, I started noticing the pantry was emptier than it should have been. Not bare, just thin. I stocked her with a solid 3 weeks of dry goods in October, came back 2 weeks later, and the canned beans, the pasta, the olive oil, basically gone. I figured she'd had company over. I restocked and didn't say anything, but it kept happening. Week after week, the shelves were short in a way that one person living alone doesn't account for. First time she said she'd been hungrier lately. Second time she said maybe I wasn't buying as much as I thought I was. Both times I dropped it. Her aide is a woman named Donna who comes 3 mornings a week. I've always liked Donna. She's practical, she doesn't sugarcoat things, and she actually looks after my mom in a way that goes a little beyond what she's getting paid for. 2 Thursdays ago, I came by around 1 p.m. and Donna was still there finishing up the laundry. My mom was napping, so we were alone in the kitchen. Donna set down what she was folding and said, "Can I tell you something without it coming back to me?" I said, "Yeah, of course." She said she'd seen it twice. The neighbor from 2 doors down, a woman named Patrice, had been coming over on Tuesday mornings and leaving with bags of groceries. First time, Donna figured maybe my mom was just being generous, giving a few things away. Second time, she came in early and watched from the hallway. My mom handed Patrice a bag. Patrice handed her cash. I didn't say anything for a second. My mom gets a fixed social security check and a small pension from when she worked at the school district. She's not broke. She's not struggling in any serious way. Marcus and I cover the groceries specifically so she doesn't have to stretch her budget on food. There was no reason for any of this. I asked Donna how long she thought it had been going on. She said she didn't know. But Patrice is retired, lives alone, and her guess was that my mom had been running some kind of discounted weekly delivery arrangement for a while now. Informal. Cash only. I thanked her. I picked up my grocery bags from the counter, carried them back out to my car, and drove home. I didn't text my mom that afternoon. I just waited to see how long it would take. It took until Saturday morning. She called at 8:47 a.m., and before I even said hello, she said, "You forgot to put the groceries away. The bags just sat in the kitchen." I said, "I didn't forget. I took them back home with me." Silence. Then, "What do you mean you took them home?" "I brought them back with me." Another pause. "Why would you do that?" I said, "Mom, Donna saw Patrice leaving with grocery bags and saw you take cash from her for them. I don't know how long that's been going on, but I'm not gonna keep buying food that gets sold to the neighbor." She went quiet for a long moment. Then she said she didn't know what Donna was talking about, that Donna must have misunderstood, that maybe she'd given Patrice a few small things here and there the way any neighbor would, but that it wasn't anything like how I was making it sound. I said, "Okay, until we figure out what it is, I'm going to hold off on the grocery runs." She said, "So you're going to let your mother go without food?" I said, "You have money, Mom. You can get groceries delivered. I'll help you set it up if you want." She hung up. Marcus called me that night. Mom had already gotten to him, apparently in tears. I told him everything Donna told me. He was quiet for a second and then said, "She's been doing it for at least 8 months. I noticed a pattern in her bank deposits back in the spring, and I didn't say anything because I didn't know how to bring it up." He'd known.